All right, today we're going to talk about the 308. We've had a few questions about which grain do I pick, what bullet weight works best in my rifle, and for the animal that I'm trying to hunt. So we made three different versions. We made 135 grain, 150 grain, and 175 grain bullet out of several different materials, and that's why we have different weights. So our technology allows us to use different powdered metals. On our heavier bullets, our 175 grain bullet, we're using tungsten, so we can get some extreme weights and also make a bullet that has a higher BC. So if you're shooting long range, then 150 or 175 grain bullet that's going to have a higher BC is going to be great. The 135 grain bullet is going to have some range limitations. So basically it'll be a 400-yard bullet and under, but we have seen kills a little bit longer than that and accuracy extend a little bit longer than that, but honestly with the range of different barrels and manufacturers and different bore diameters, we say 400 yards. So in this gel block here, I'll show a little bit closer up view of it. We go to the gel blocks to show us visually what we need to see in a typical hunting environment. So in this one, we actually put bone on each side. So we put a deer shoulder on one side and a deer shoulder on the other, and then we used about 2.5 inches or so to represent the meat of the shoulder. And then we shot through it with a 150 grain bullet. And that bullet does not expand until about 3 inches or 3.5 inches or so. So as it's going through the bone, you'll see bone fragments going out, and then the bullet will expand. The bullet expands in between the two shoulders, so all of it is pretty much contained, or at least about 95% of it is contained in the organ tissue. And then on this shoulder, you can see where there's a couple pieces that actually go through the shoulder. So these tiny little pieces still have enough energy and still have enough oomph to get through that shoulder. So even though it is a fragmenting bullet, it can make it through some hard objects. So which bullet is right for you? The 135 grain bullet will work in pretty much every gun, but typically our bullets will do well in the 1 in 10 twist. 1 in 11 twist. The 1 in 12 we start to basically have some stability issues as the bullet's not spinning fast enough. So if you have a longer barrel, it might work a little bit better, but the short barreled 1 in 12s are going to have a real problem with this. So we're past the stability problem. Are these bullets accurate? Yes, they're accurate in the proper twists. And that's something that you can find from your manufacturer of the weapon that you have. But the 135 grain bullet will kill pretty much anything in North America that I have seen. We've shot everything from moose, brown bears, elk, down to whitetails and hogs and those sorts of things with a 308, and we have fantastic results. The point of what we do is to get quick, ethical kills. And so it leads me kind of into another segment, which is basically this new long-range hunting group of people, and which I love shooting long range, and I think long-range hunting really has some limitations that a lot of people don't know about. But basically, something that you need to know, and something that you probably don't learn at these schools is that a bullet has a limit as to at what range it will stop expanding. And at that point, you have to ask yourself, is this an ethical situation? Should I be taking a shot when my bullet doesn't expand? And in my opinion, with the margin of error there's very few people that can take debilitating shots at those ranges. There's a lot to learn about long-range shooting, and that you're not going to learn in a 2-day class. So it needs to be a little bit more experience and in that level, and we also need to look at, is this right for the animal? We owe it to that animal to take it quickly and ethically, and that is really a lot of the reason why we developed these bullets, because they work better. It's a proven fact. You can take and shoot any bullet you want to against this particular projectile in the 308 class, and you will not find a bullet that kills better, more ethically, quicker, kills than a terminal shock bullet in any rifle caliber. So I know it's a bold claim, but I've shot hundreds and hundreds of animals to prove it. So at this point, it's just a matter of getting you, the consumer, to understand that and to keep feeding us questions, keep asking questions, because the people that are the most inquisitive and have the most questions are the ones that we really want to get to use this stuff, because you'll understand once you use it how good it actually is. So it's a better design, and it's something that I think that this hunting community absolutely needs. So, you know, why not? Give it a shot, see what you think, and go from there.